It's definitely closer in terms of realism than Call. That's a tank. That's a tank.
Boyfriend 6, Battlefield 6. Its open beta is currently going on right now. At the time of this recording, the second open beta weekend is currently going on. And the common consensus does seem to be rather positive, or at least initially. The first beta weekend went rather smoothly. The second weekend, let's just say, it's a little more rocky than the first one. Most people seem to be rather excited that Battlefield is returning to form, especially given that the last two titles, especially 2042, for lack of a better word, was garbage. So allow me, Internet Wanderer, to regurgitate my pointless opinions that nobody asked for about this upcoming game that has me cautiously excited. And as well, me covering the growing concern about this game given the fact that we are in the second week of its open beta, and let's just say the initial positive reception to this game is slowly becoming, less positive. Time will tell whether or not that positivity will remain when the game comes out in October. And by the way, a lot of funny moments happened during my time playing this game, so at random points in this video, I'm just gonna sprinkle in little funny moments that happened to me playing this open beta. This is also an excuse for me to artificially increase the runtime of this video. What can I say? I'm a YouTube genius. Hey, don't click away. Viewer attention is very important. Look at the keys, look at the keys. Watch this video all the way to the end, please. For me. Thank you. Here's my feet.
Why?
Huh? Sneaky beaky like.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
So the main thing that I want to get out of the way first is that the perception and reputation of this game in regards to its open beta has shifted somewhat substantially in a really short amount of time. At the time of this recording, a few days ago, the first open beta weekend occurred, and everybody jumped on. And from the content that everyone was pumping out and all the posts and social media updates and blah blah blah, the reception was almost universally positive. Of course, you have the typical boilerplate statement of, the game is looking good, but it's not perfect, but almost universally, the game was seen in a very positive light, a return to form, one might say, with some blemishes here and there.
What the fuck?
But now, currently, the second open beta weekend is happening right now. And let's just say the impressions of this game is worsening at an alarming rate. The common complaints usually revolve around topics like the maps being too small. There's a lot of discourse going on about whether or not this game should have class-locked weapons. Another big talking point for a lot of people is how a lot of the game modes seem to be just kinda afterthoughts. Of course, everyone's playing on Conquest, but what about these other game modes? They just don't seem to be on the same quality level. And then related to that topic, allegedly from leaks that I've seen, we might be getting a Battle Royale mode in this game when it fully releases, which is like, why? Are we all in agreement that we're just kinda done with Battle Royales? Look what happened to Splitgate 2. Do we really need Battlefield 6 to have a Battle Royale mode? And if I'm also being completely honest, the developers promised us that they weren't gonna release shitty immersion-breaking skins. Maybe initially, but honestly, I give it 2 months before they renege on that promise. Now, that's a lot of complaints, and if you go looking for it, you're gonna find a lot more. Bitching and moaning is kinda what we gamers do best.
What? Apparently I killed that guy.
But of all of the complaints that I've seen, the ones that I listed do seem to be the most prolific. However, I want to also state that not everything is inherently negative, at least in my eyes. One of the features that I'm very much looking forward to whenever this game does come out is the Portal mode. The developers did say that it's going to make a comeback from 2042, and apparently it's also going to be coming in with a lot better tools, allowing players to make a lot more robust custom-made content. So that means probably content from other games, maybe Battlefield 1. Hey, that'd be really cool if they add stuff from Battlefield 1, just saying. Probably even some custom map tools. Imagine, I can already see it now, people recreating Dust 2 or 2 Fort in Battlefield 6. And while this isn't necessarily inherently worthy of praise, but hey, you gotta give EA some props. The game at least isn't $80, which again, that's not me really giving them praise. It's more like, thank God they didn't do this stupid-ass decision. I'm looking at you, Borderlands. What the fuck were you thinking? God damn, Randy.
Oh shit!
Oh,
let's go.
Borderlands.
I'm clocked in.
Oh,
We're clocked in.
Borderlands.
9 to 5, clocked in, boys.
What's up? I'm
Not you.
Randy
Fuck you, Randy.
And no matter how good this game looks to you, dear Internet Wanderer, just remember, it costs you nothing to be cautious, whereas disappointment can cost you a nice sum of $70. But look at me, the famous online YouTuber with 5,000 subs who mostly makes Valve content. Why am I talking about Battlefield? Well, hey, it's my channel, and I want to talk about things that interest me. Take, for example, your mom. Alright, let me give you my little anime backstory. I entered the series rather late. I bought Battlefield 1 when it was on sale sometime around 2019, so I'm rather late to the party when it comes to Battlefield games. But that being said, this game was able to make me into a lifelong fan. You see, growing up, I was sort of a basic bitch normie when it comes to the FPS games that I played. It was all about COD Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, and Black Ops 1, and World at War. That was legitimately it. And I remember I had a friend at the time who was a hardcore Battlefield fan. And I kept mocking him because Call of Duty was outselling Battlefield pretty handily. But I have an admission. Back then, in 2011, when I saw the graphics comparing Modern Warfare 3 versus Battlefield 3, I lied to him because holy shit, Battlefield 3 looks incredible even today. How the fuck did they pull this off in 2011? And that remains true for all Battlefield games, except 2042. Every single Battlefield game, especially Battlefield 1, has been a visual masterpiece. And it's very clear that visually, Battlefield 6 is trying to be the same as Battlefield 3 and 4. And holy shit, this game looks incredible. Yes, sometimes the color grading with the brown and blue filter can be a little aggressive at times. But the visual effects here are incredible, especially the smoke and debris effects. It looks so damn good. Sometimes a little too good because it's actually very hard to see what the hell is going on. But I don't care. The smoke effects, the particles, the fire, the explosions, top notch. And apologies if my comparison of Call of Duty and Battlefield gave you guys some Vietnam flashbacks. I know, right? People still comparing Battlefield and Call of Duty? What is this, 2010? People are saying that Battlefield 6 is gonna blow Call of Duty out of the water. Let me get one thing straight real quick. And everything that I'm about to say is coming from an extreme FPS normie because I don't really play FPSs. I've been saying that point a lot in my recent videos, but it's true. Despite my love for Valve games, which are predominantly FPS games, I don't actually play FPSs that much. So believe me when I say Call of Duty is an ultra mainstream game.
I'm back to play the new Black Ops 6, playing some of my favorite modes like Free For All, Infected, and the newly released Nuketown. If you want to see some more Black Ops 6 videos, give this video a thumbs up.
People who play Call of Duty are also the type that whenever they write text, they have to insert an emoji after each line. Battlefield 6 did very well with its open beta, but even if you triple this number right here, I still wouldn't think that Battlefield has a shot at killing Call of Duty. Why? Well, it's rather simple, because it doesn't need to. Call of Duty is gonna kill itself long before any other competitor. Have you seen the skins that they're trying to sell now? Jesus H. Christ, what the hell is that? The devs over at Battlefield 6 promised to us that this game will allegedly remain grounded and won't be adding any immersion-breaking skins. Yeah, sure, I totally believe them to maintain that promise. They are owned by EA, after all. A pillar of virtue in the gaming space. Now, despite me being somewhat familiar with some of the Battlefield games, I wouldn't call myself anywhere near good enough to comment on the balance of this game. That being said, I'm just gonna do a quick lightning round discussing the things that I liked and the things that I dislike about this new game. Thank God the operators are gone. I don't need this motherfucker saying this at the end of every match.
That was something, right? Yeah, Angel does it again. Don't be sad. This is just how it works out sometimes.
Nameless grunts are pretty good. But hey, can you make the vests of the not Russia faction a little different? Their colors are a tad too similar to the NATO faction. Everyone is already complaining about the shotgun. We already know 100% that that thing is going to get nerfed into the ground the moment that this game comes out. I would also like them to buff the LMG in DMRs because as it stands right now, they currently feel extremely underpowered, especially the DMRs. I find it extremely funny how the LMGs from Battlefield 1, a game set in World War I, are far easier to control than modern-day LMGs. Actually, now I think about it, LMG isn't even the right term because back in World War I, those things were not light whatsoever. I mean, look at this thing. Jesus Christ, imagine lugging that thing around all day. Most people are saying that they need to buff vehicles. I'll probably take their word for it. I almost never use those things anyway. I did try to pilot a helicopter that one time, and yeah, that didn't go so well. It's a skill issue, but people have also been complaining about the lack of control on the helicopters as well. I am carefully optimistic about the future of this franchise. Like I said before, my first Battlefield was Battlefield 1, and then afterwards, I bought Battlefield 4 when it was on sale. I got my ass kicked because whenever I would try to play, it would pair me up against players who've been playing this game for almost a decade, and of course, I couldn't compete. I also got Battlefield 5, and while it was also a good bit of fun, I still prefer Battlefield 1. That was until I saw 2042's trailer, and at the time, it won me over. The hype that it generated with this trailer, specifically this moment, oh yeah, it did its job. I was genuinely excited for this game, and then the Portal trailer came out and it just put that hype through the roof. And then the game came out, and yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't play video games that lie to me, you know? I mean, I just don't participate in that.
Shit show. I didn't pre-order Battlefield 2042, but I did buy it one day after it came out. The only game I have ever actually pre-ordered in my entire life was Cyberpunk 2077. Funny how both of these games kind of came out roughly in the same time period, and they both have future dates in their titles.
Nobody's dying on me. No! Where? Okay. I believe in my team. Help! Help! Please! Please! Please don't let me down. Yes! 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 Oh! What a lad! Shit. No!
Currently, right now, in the gaming space, there is a demand for large-scale combined arms warfare. As it stands right now, Battlefield has fumbled 2 game releases, Battlefield 5 and, more egregiously, 2042. For a while, BattleBit was a welcome surprise. I played it quite often as well. But unfortunately, that game has a myriad of its own problems and it had no staying power. It's kinda dead. And then you also have Delta Force, which I don't have much expectations for either. So currently you have a demand for a large-scale shooter game which currently as it stands, players aren't getting anything. Combined with the fact that Call of Duty is actively shooting itself in the foot with mediocre game releases and shitty skins, Battlefield 6, whenever it comes out in October, is set to win the trophy for Awesome Fun FPS Game of the Year by default. And if the game comes out and it's actually good, that's just a cherry on top, honestly. Apologies if this video is going to be extremely rambly because I don't really have much of a script to go off of. I just had a lot of fun playing this open beta. It's still going on right now, and if you have the chance to play it, I would highly recommend you do so. Because after this open beta is done, it's gonna be at least another couple of months before this game actually comes out, and hopefully they don't fumble it like last time. Closing thoughts would be, hey EA, can you give the players the ability to change or edit the HUD? Maybe even add templates from the older Battlefield games? Yeah, give me that minimalist Battlefield 1 HUD. That shit's beautiful. That being said, I hope this release goes well. And who knows, if the game comes out and it's doing pretty well, I might actually buy it on day 1. Maybe. I have a really bad track record when it comes to buying big games on day 1, but hopefully this game can break that curse. But what do you think, Internet Wanderer? Have you guys been playing this open beta? Have you been having a lot of fun? I know it's not perfect, but it's got a lot of good stuff going, and I'm very excited for what comes next. Thanks for watching, Internet Wanderer. Do the YouTube things.